Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Last time, we finished up the first section of Pandemonium, and hoo boy. I was half expecting Castlevania references left and right when we found out that our Disc 1 villain was basically cosplaying as a vampire the whole time. Unfortunately, we've been locked out and cannot return until we complete patch 6.2, so it'll be a little bit before we get back to that. As for main story, well, we all know what happened there. The Scions have all gone their separate ways, but have pledged to return in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. As for Tataru, our current quest giver, she's here basically manning the fort, as well as I think she has her own weird little quest line. Not sure if we'll do that or not yet. Anyway, our first quest in this 6.1 patch is Newfound Adventure.
Oh, Dekumon, how lovely to see you! If you're not in too much of a rush, I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup?
Actually, I would.
Oh, take a seat then, and I'll find us something to nibble on as well.
Ooh, I hear tea being poured. Now, I'm very curious as to where the story's gonna go because, you know, the Zodiac thing, the Ascians, they're all done. So what are we gonna be doing? I don't know. I do know that there is no trial series in Endwalker. I have double and triple checked this. All the main series trials, they're in the storyline. They don't have their own separate story.
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around.
Also, thank goodness for voiced cutscenes again.
Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors.
Yeah, I just got back from, time traveling, so I've been busy.
Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it.
Well, you could go into business and try and run Rowena out of town.
What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
Not yet. A grand new adventure, of course. I'm still mulling it over. Yeah. Kind of in the case of seeing where the winds take me, as it were.
I hope you weren't thinking of asking me for advice. Though if you are open to suggestions, I might have one for you. You've fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while?
I don't think I can. It's not like they're assigned to me.
Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again and travel the world in search of wonder.
That does sound like fun. You know, I'm not sure how it would go into a big Final Fantasy story, but hey, I'm open to ideas. Downside is, of course, we won't really see any new zones until the next expansion. You're right. Who knows what mysteries are still waiting to be discovered? It's a great idea. But where to start? Yeah, where to start indeed. I'm sure she has a suggestion or two.
Oh, that's the spirit. I can feel from here the blazing fire that just lit in your belly. Now, all you need is a destination.
Yeah, got one in mind? You're gonna make me think of one.
If you're having trouble deciding, just leave it to me. Thavnair. That's where you should go next.
Thavnair? Ain't Estinian over in that area?
I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzatan the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Ritra would be pleased to see you. Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance.
Not a bad idea.
Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh.
Tell me, Have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
God damn it, Emmett. You had to tease this, didn't you?
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Well.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world.
Yep, and ready to start a brand new quest for saving the world from some unimaginable horror that I'm sure I'll end up waking up in these ruins.
In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress.
Oh.
Shouldn't take much longer now though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
Oh my goodness, she's giving me a new freaking glamour outfit? You're the best, Tataru. Make sure it has pockets. Lots of pockets. Don't worry. The inventory never changes no matter what I wear. Although that would be a cool thing. Not really for an MMO though. Save that for a single player RPG. Like 16 maybe. You listening, Yoshi? I can't wait till 16 comes out.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care.
Oof. Keep your day job, lady.
Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
She's doing needlepoint there.
I am one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims.
Oh dear. Tataru, your sadism is showing.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
I'm nodding vigorously right now. She knows me too well. And here I am falling asleep.
We mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
Oh, we're just making fun of ourselves now. Nani the fuck? Is this the world of darkness? This looks like where we took on the cloud of darkness and oh fuck me, what is that? I was gonna say Eden, by the way. Hi, can I help you, new future villain? With a crown halo of thorns?
Unless I am returned.
Okay. That's a bad thing, isn't it? Is that gonna be what we're dealing with now? An invasion from the 12th, or the 13th, I'm sorry. Newfound Adventure. Wow. The patch even gets a prelude title card. I love it. And of course, that should be the title for the episode. It has to be. It's too good not to use. Oh God, Tataru, what did you put in that tea? I feel like I've been sleeping for hours and, God.
Ah, you're awake.
Yeah, how many days have I been here? Ugh, yeah, sleeping in a chair, man, no fun.
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing.
All right. Come on, I want to see it.
You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga?
Little of column A, a little of column B.
Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Diamond Forge? Doesn't sound overly familiar, but I'm very curious. And there's our quest accepted, finally. Holy cow. Turns out the Diamond Forge is just here in Mordona. Also, before I turn it off, I have a new minion, courtesy of Pandemonium. Yeah, that first fight, I got the minion drop for it, this little Nosferatu bat. It's adorable. It looks like it has a little suit on. But enough of that. Farewell, Mr. Minion. Wrong menu. There you go. Take a nap, buddy.
Observe as the artiste refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time. I only need a moment. You'll see. A little more room in the shoulders. Open up the cuffs. A final adjustment to the hem. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin.
That ain't half bad.
Well, what do you think? Doesn't it just scream, ready for a bold new adventure at level 1?
It's, no, it actually isn't bad looking. Yeah, I approve.
Oh, I'm so glad you approve.
You've outdone yourself, Tataru. Thank you. So, what do I owe you? Yeah, if I mention owing her, I'm gonna be in debt to her just like Rowena again.
Oh, stop, you'll make me blush. If you really want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you wear this on your travels.
You know what? That's not a half bad idea.
Or at least anywhere lots of adventures might gather. Although look at you, a famous hero in Wanda. Wherever did he purchase those stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders at Tataru Taro's boutique.
So I'm a walking advertisement.
I can hear it now. The merry clink clink of gil overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears.
My oh my. Anyway, yeah, that's not a bad little set. I get an ear cuff and necklace too. That's rather good looking.
Ahem. Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you'll remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. Oh, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some old past detail might become relevant, or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of the past decade. Something to keep in mind in any case.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. Collection expanded the unending codex? What in the net is this? Oh my goodness. Oh, that is amazing. The Unending Codex is now available under Collection in the Duty section. New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the Codex as you progress through the main scenario quests. Clearly it needs a serious fill-up of a lot of other things. It's basically just covering like the itty-bitty stuff. Is it just gonna fill up as I talk to various people? Or do I have to specifically progress through main story for it? Regardless, I'll be right back. There we go. All set. You know, this doesn't look half bad on me. I did make one minor adjustment. I added some pants because the bare legs just, it didn't seem right to, you know, be wandering around in bare legs looking like I had no pants on. But overall, I like this. This was a nice little outfit and I think we'll wear it for the foreseeable. Right, Tataru? Let's go to some Bountiful Ruins.
As the, former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best places to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Thavnair, I suggest you explore your options at Merdy's Mayon, the finest drinking establishment in Razzatan. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of the local tale-tellers, but also show you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now, I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Dekumon, and may fair fortune find you.
I'm sure it will. Alright, Tarazan, our little level 90 hub. Well, this is a nice looking drinking hole.
Welcome to Merdy's Mayon.
Hello, I am just a random adventurer.
Oh, hello. I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table.
I was hoping to just blend in and not be recognized. Maybe I should wear a mask or a disguise or something.
Ruins beneath the bounty? Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian in fact, who could tell you all about it.
And where would they be? Are they not in today?
Ah, there he is. Professor Jolene! I thought I saw him come in. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mayans' unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection, and he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy for him is on the house, by the way. If Meiji found out I took coin from Daphne's savior, she would have me scrubbing pots for a week.
Oof. Man, so much for just blending in and being a run-of-the-mill adventurer. So much for setting aside the hero of Eorzea title. Everyone's gonna recognize me. Yes. The following events cannot be skipped. Ah, interesting. So we're gonna have decisions to make. And the goofy music starts. And what may I do for you, my Eorzean friend? I want to ask you about the sunken vault and the bounty. Ah, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink freely offered. I'm gonna have to ply this guy something fierce, aren't we? Ah, here we are. What a Mede's finest. Oh, that's her, I'm sorry. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Ah, damn, man, save some for the fish. Jolene empties the cup in a single pull. Ah, that was very kind of you, sir. But I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? I need some information on some underground ruins, or underwater ruins in this case. Oh ho, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Alzadal? Yeah, let's go with that. Or Alzadal. Might I assume you've heard of Alzadal? He was Khan of the Ori tribe which sailed to Thabnet from the mainland, and a key figure in the history of Razatan. Oh, pirate lord, I'm guessing? His decision to aid the Akrasodra is what ultimately won them the war against the Gaja Suja, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Azahol III, who was known for his deeds as satrap in Razatan's earlier days. Or rather, you know, being the satrap's frontman. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first brood. Well, we all know that story's true now. And then there's this tale of the sunken vault, the one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Azadal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Razatan, folk would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hearty souls would set out to claim their fortune, the precious few ever made it home. Ooh. Well, now I am curious. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle in. Oh, my cup appears to be empty. When did that happen? Michiel, another round for the professor. It wasn't enough? Nah. Keep him coming, Michiel. This man clearly needs his lubrication. Ah, I see, we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer.
Another for the professor!
Oh, today was a splendid day to visit the Mayan. Jolene gulps down his newest drink with gusto. Where were we? Ah, yes. Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault refused, flatly refused to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such a counsel only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. And that reminds me of something else I was saying. Asim's a fellow connoisseur of spiritual puzzles. Yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't been seen since he set sail, I hear. But he did have... Oh, no, I can say no more. You seem a generous soul. What sort of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my words sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. I'm no stranger to peril. I think I've heard enough. Nah. Trust me, I'm supposed to be the savior of the world, remember? I can handle myself. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell the tale then. What manner of dangers have you faced? Oh shit. And 3 weeks later... The very edge of existence! For many else, I'd struggle to believe it. But I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days! A drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. Mihail, more of the same if you please. Make it a double.
As you wish, but this one is on your coin, Professor.
Oh my god, he's not gonna be able to stand. Jolene drains yet another cup dry. I thought Roger was bad. Oh dear. I think... anyway, you make who you are. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Ozma's, he was desperate to buy a treasure map. One would show the way to the entrance of the vault. She was only get it from some merchant. What's his name? Oh, I forget. Let's get close to you, my new best friend. Meal, more drinks. Say nothing. Signal for water instead. Yeah, seriously. He needs something that's actually gonna hydrate him, please. Woo. Also, that's a cute one.
Your drink, sir.
Oh, marvelous, I'm parched. Oh god. What is this? It tastes horrible. Jolene gulps down the cup of water. That was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? Still, that's probably for the best. It's very kind of you, really. My head will certainly thank you in the morning. Oh god. Oh, I seem to have overindulged. I put in mind of the words of Master Johnson. Beware how much of the drink you swallow, lest it swallow you. Oh, forgive me. I'll subject you to no more of these seeming antics. If you want to speak with Asuma, well, as I said, we share a taste for the Mayon's fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Jolene has to share regarding the undersea vault. To find out more, you'll need to locate a man by the name of Asuma. And clearly this poor soul needs some serious time to go lay down. Oh, he did not deserve what I just did to him. Oh, that poor guy. And there's Asuma watching the dancers. Yes, I am Asuma. And who might you be? Just the humble adventurer looking for information. All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Azal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault. And that look in his eyes. I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting Azal's Third's otherworldly hold, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you, too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. So I will tell you what my friend told me. How he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zashel, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route, but my friend's purse was too light for his exorbitant price. With what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the bounty, and within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Asdal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. Oof. Man, this place is sounding more dangerous by the minute. But, well, what else is a burgeoning adventurer going to be getting into? What's going on here?
Please, Zashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
Oh. It's the famous map we were talking
What's
about.
all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
Yeah, and what would a treasure map that leads to certain doom do for a poor kid like you, man? Seriously.
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment?
Ooh.
As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name.
Kid looked like the only thing he was gonna offer you was a swift kick to the gonads.
This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
Okay. Huh, interesting. He said Alzadal and Alzadal in the same bloody statement. So which one is it?
A map to Alzadal's legacy.
Okay, we'll go with Alzadal then.
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
Ooh.
This
Called
is no
out.
fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly.
Huh.
This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
Oof. I kinda do want to punch this guy.
Oh, cruel fate. Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who
Oh my
purchases
God.
that precious map. Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
He's so playing this guy. Trying to, at least. Estinian? What the devil are you doing here? Oh no. Oh no. Estinian's terrible with money.
Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
Oh god. He's gonna get swindled here, isn't he?
A fortune, you say?
God damn it, man.
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
Okay, why am I getting the feeling that this little kid and the swindler are actually in cahoots and this is all a big act? And poor Estinian's gonna be the sucker.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
God damn it, Estinian. It's so gonna be a fake.
Well met, my friend.
Yeah. Well met, Mr. Sucker.
Someone is dressed for adventure.
You like?
But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
Actually was interested in those ruins that you just bought a fake map to. Well, most likely a fake map.
Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
He's about to make off like a bandit here, isn't he?
And now I fleece one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
I knew it! I knew it was a fake! But it doesn't look like the kid was in on it after all. Not with that look. Or maybe he was. Oh, but the kid's gonna feel bad and give us the real map.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
You seem eager to be underway. Never took you for a treasure hunter. What, are the coffers running empty after the final days?
Yes, you misunderstand. I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days.
Ah, that's a good idea.
I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Ah, I remember that little jaunt. That was fun.
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
Fair enough.
Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Wait, Mr. Terrible with money actually was on to that?
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough.
And that's what made you buy it.
Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent. Whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
And let me guess, the kid just overheard us. Oh, you sure?
You are coming along, yes?
Oh, of course I'm coming along. I mean, naturally. Shall we split the expenses? Of course I'm coming along. Like I could say no to this.
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
It shouldn't be too hard. There's a port around here. Although maybe I should pay for it, considering you probably just got fleeced for everything you had. Aw, he did hear us. Aww. Let me guess, he stole the real map, didn't he? Ah, so we got Estinian now into the Unending Codex. I just saw the message. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavnir at Vitra's request. Well, he finally decided to invite me to a feast, and made his proposal once I was too full of Hannish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant Host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or a trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsaya's a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akyali and see if he can help us. Ooh, Matsya. That's a good call. I wonder how expansive this Unending Codex is going to be. Is it going to include secondary characters like Matsya here? We'll find out, I'm sure, when this one's done. My friends, what brings you to our humble village? Well, we need a boat. Assuming you can spare one, of course. So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here, and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. The kid's still following us, huh? Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Come on. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far out of our way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beast?
I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavnir? You are, I know you are. and I gone and cheated you. I worked with Sasha, you see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. Oh, I'm ashamed of what I've done and beg your forgiveness. If not for you and my sister, I never would have, well, we'd be...
Enough. I knew your game and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. Recognize me?
You are kind of overlooked the wrong I had done, yeah? But there's more you need to know.
Let me guess, the map's a fake?
The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Sashel selling the information to another customer. He told me that man where he reached into search about the ruins, the vault, about everything. Then the man set out to find his fortune, never to return. You can't go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you, maybe even a whole army.
I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you between the two of us there is little we cannot overcome.
Oh please, I can't bear the thought that...
Don't worry about it, little guy. We could invite some stray comrades. We might need a hand moving the treasure. And now you've gone and made him cry, seriously. I'm gonna throw this on Estinian. Just to see his reaction. That was not my intention. Oh, very well. Assuming we do find this treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carrying at least. Any ideas on whom to approach? The scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. Thancred and Uranje, Alphino and Elisei, Graha and Kryl, Ishtola. Alright, well let's see, who's where? Thancred and Uranje are in Labyrinthos, last I knew. Alphino and Elisei are both up in Gridania. Graha and Kryl are both in Sharlayan. Where's Ishtola? That's a good question. Where is Ishtola? Ishtola. Her magics would be a welcome addition, but I am loath to interrupt her research. Mayhap we could ask a less prickly companion. Fine. Let's get Graha. Graha's probably skin me alive if I went on a big adventure without him anyway. Kryl may have a hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease?
Yes, that man is as strong as you, but is he though? Strong, I mean.
Graha? Yeah, he's plenty strong. What is your name, boy?
Marahad, sir.
Well, Marahad, your life is yours to live as you wish, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe.
I'm not proud of what I do, but what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two little grubby orphans.
Wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up at some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Call me Estinian. Aww, Estinian made a friend. That's rather sweet. All right, Estinian, thought you were gonna walk him back. Friends for the road. I shall leave you to recruit Graha. He'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based in the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Marahad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. All the way back to Sharlayan. Ah, yes, Okja.
Oh, look who it is! Welcome back, Dekumon! Oh, what might the students do for you?
Looking for a particular student, Graha.
Graha? Yes, he's in the main hall with Mr. Kryl. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break, please.
Days? What the devil are you two been doing for days, Looking at an old map. Anyway, Graha!
Urjika, my good man.
Oh, that's how you pronounce that?
Would you be so kind as to...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
Ah, you're fine. Anyway, what are the two of you working on? How's the restoration of the students coming along exactly? Hard at work at that.
Slow and steady. Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Val.
Yeah, Eureka. Not a fun section.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come. But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
Oh no, of course not. I'm here to fulfill my promise. Come on, Graha. I'm sure you want to go on a little adventure, and I suppose Kryal could take a break from this too.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition? I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Oh, why not? My plate's not that full. Go ahead, shoot. Oh, he's gonna be so giddy here. Look at him. He's like, ah. I've been waiting for so long.
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned.
Come on, Graha.
Go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Dude, unclench.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
Oh, bullshit.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
Come on.
Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Not really, actually.
Then might I suggest we invite Yoshida?
Really? Well, now I'm curious. What's she up to?
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Google Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Sharlayan the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenon. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe Yoshida would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Ooh. Tempt her with some interdimensional travel, huh?
Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Alright.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Oh, what's the matter? The Lopert's driving him nuts?
He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
Why would he be interested in treasure vaults?
From what I can gather, the Loporits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
Aha.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes.
True.
If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with Yoshida.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Don't worry, we'll get to it soon enough.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
Wonder what other matter she has in mind. Curious now. Wonder if she'll have a quest pop up by her later. Oh my goodness. She's got. Oh no! Ishtola, come on! Well, this is gonna be embarrassing. Us waking her up to a giant pile of books. Oh my goodness. She's been running herself way too hard here. Maybe we should just let her sleep.
I've never known Y'shtola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Just let her be. Yep. Grab a squat and just relax until she wakes up on her own. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Oh. The ears perked up.
Close my eyes for one moment.
Some days that's all it takes. And some days you lay there for 30 minutes at a time, still trying to get to sleep. I love the music stopped all of a sudden. Oh, I'm sorry, Y'shtola. I didn't mean to start with you.
How long have you two been here?
Couple hours. Yeah, we just arrived. We didn't want to wake you. Catching up on some light reading, yeah. We didn't want to wake you. Sorry.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
Damn. Yeah, getting a little hard on the books there. Still nothing, I assume.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library.
Yeah, if that were the case, Graha would have had a much easier time, and Shadowbringers probably wouldn't have happened.
So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it.
Yeah, speaking of that...
So I've promised Runar. But 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself.
I mean, we know it's possible in multiples of ways. After all, the frickin' Void Scent keep ending up here somehow.
The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Damn right. And us with a clue that might point her in the right direction.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me?
In fact, we may have us a little clue for your mission.
Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished. An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
As soon as we find Uranjay.
Akiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
Man, she's eager. Anything to get off the stack of books, I suppose. Someone's gonna clean that up, right? Probably the poor little mammoth we just saw in the background. He's like, God dang it. Yep. You know, last I saw, Thancred was here too. I wonder where he's wandered off to. Nice to see the old Ragnarok and still in one piece, and somehow existing in both here and Ultima Thule at the same time.
Illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure.
Trying to, at least.
I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
Tis good to see you well. Wait, wasn't Thancred with you? Yeah. Good to see you, man. I'm sure Thancred will come up naturally.
And thee. As ever, thou art the picture of strength.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Loperids had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
Yeah, we actually heard about that in the Master Role quest.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle.
Uh-huh.
I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperids now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
Oh my god, they're gonna turn the freaking moon into a giant escape room for adventurers. I love it.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon. So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation.
Oh my god, could you imagine a planet-sized escape room or even a moon-sized escape room? That would be insane.
But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
We're looking for you. And, as luck would have it, giving you access to a treasure vault to look at.
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
So much for breaking up the Scions. We already got half of them back together. Well?
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Shoot, back in a realm reborn, I think.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Famous last words.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree.
That's good.
Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
We shall.
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Oh, there he is.
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
Former mentor? You're looking well. How was the pilgrimage, huh? You look to have had some fun along the way.
Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter.
Oh dear God. That sounds terrifying.
In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches.
Very true. Very true.
So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather?
Yeah, we're going treasure hunting.
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporrits.
Sure it is.
Of course. And if you have a Stinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Aw, Thancred, are you feeling left out? Come on, bring it in. We got room for one more.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters.
Oh, fine.
I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations.
I suppose I could do that.
Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Yeah, they'll probably wonder why I'm bringing so many of the scions back, too. He's not wrong, Thancred, though. I mean, we've already got 5 scions back together. Ah, hail, hail, the gang's all here. I send you to recruit Graha, and you return with an entire survey party. I hope Monsieur's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. I'm sure it will be. What he means is, we are grateful for the use of one of your precious fishing vessels. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I only ask that you take care to steer clear of the reefs and the shallows there. Aye, we will keep an eye out. That we will, that we will. I'll take those. And that is probably a good spot to call this for now. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.